collecting TV and movie-themed action figures for years, digging them up at flea markets and garage sales. So I figured it was high time I opened some of these up. I mean, what kind of action figure wants to live its whole life in the package? It's tragic.
This is Jack Burton from John Carpenter's masterpiece, Big Trouble in Little China. He was supposed to come with a knife, but there isn't one in here. In the olden days, kids who wrote letters to Kenner saying they had lost the gun to one of their Star Wars figures received a whole bag of extra weapons for free. Kenner's motto back then was, "We really do care." I could write the toy company, tell them my Jack Burton knife went AWOL, but I'm pretty sure they'd just tell me to go fuck myself. Can you imagine if that was Kenner's motto? You want another knife? Buy another figure. It's sad how times change. I had this figure when I was a little kid. I still have its faded, wobbly, beat-to-shit corpse. When my parents gave it to me, they said it was Captain Kirk, so all through my childhood, this was my Captain Kirk figure. Imagine my surprise 30 years later when I pick this up and discover, no, this figure isn't Kirk, it's some bozo named Decker. Who the hell is that?
And joining them on their mission, Commander Will Decker.
Turns out Decker was one of the new characters introduced in Star Trek the Motion Picture. Decker was played by Stephen Collins, most famous for playing the dad on Seventh Heaven.
I think I've been about as calm as I can be throughout this. Now it's time for some answers. It's not enough that you're smoking dope. You have to bring it into our house. What if one of the younger kids had found this first?
And for admitting to molesting little girls on a secret recording his wife made.
With a 10-year-old. Okay.
Well, you know, she was 11 and then like 12 and 13.
I'm sorry.
Wow. What a great figure to add to my collection. I'm not sure who MASH action figures were intended for. Children? Adult watchers of the show? They came out in 1982, right between Empire Strikes Back figures and G.I. Joe. It's sort of a good idea for a toy line since they're war characters, only they're mostly doctors, not soldiers. Klinger here doesn't even come with a gun. Unlike Star Wars or the Star Trek figures, Klinger has joints in his knees, waist, and elbows, so you can really move him around. He probably could have slipped into your G.I. Joe collection as a random soldier, if it wasn't for that goofy grin on his face. And what was the price on this one? $3.49? That's like $10 today. Seems expensive for a figure you were only getting because your first choice wasn't in stock.
What really sucks is that the Decker and Klinger figure are completely covered in this oily residue. I'm guessing it's the plastic starting to break down after about 35 years. It's disgusting. I can only imagine the poisons leaking into my skin right now. It's got me wondering, are all old action figures like this? Like if I was to open up this Han Solo or Boss Hogg, would they be covered in the same gunk? It makes me wonder how much longer these old figures are going to hold up. You know, maybe it's time to start thinking about selling this collection.
Well, you know, she was 11 and then like 12 and 13.
I'm sorry.